It's unfortunate that recently we saw the anti-Asian cases not only in verbal assaults, but sometimes turned into physical violence. So after a year into the pandemic, racism and xenophobia are still happening from time to time. And why do you think it's that? And what do you think should be done to stop it?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be with you and your audience. Why it began happening in the first place? Look, it's in some ways, it's a very difficult question to answer. Those kinds of attitudes exist in people's hearts, and they're not visible always. And it's very hard to change the way people feel. Having said that, I think it's pretty clear that very early on, leaders in this country, including the man who lived in the building behind you, our president, not only blamed China as a political matter. I mean, I think he was trying to, place blame somewhere other than his own government and his own leadership for what was going on in this country, and it just got worse and worse. And I think when the leader of any country uses the public space and the microphone and the reach that person has, not to mention social media, it's a huge thing, of course, for Mr. Trump, and uses it in this way, then I have to believe people who feel a little bit like that already, then they feel very comfortable because, look, my president is saying the same thing, so maybe I can do it too.
Congresswoman Judy Chu held a press conference two weeks ago. He also blamed the increase of anti-Asian violence on the Trump administration's stigmatization of China during the pandemic. You've also criticized that, but also Judy Chu called on Congress to pass the 2019 No Hate Act. And what do you think of this No Hate Act?
First of all, everybody has a role to play in this, I guess is fair to say. I was very happy to see President Biden pass an executive order early on condemning racism and xenophobia against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. The No Hate Act is more, I believe it's an effort to help local communities and local governments to do a better job with hate crime reporting. So it's a very specific thing. I'm grateful and I'm happy that that lawmakers are thinking about this.